And we're off! We're heading for the Nevis Range Mountain Resort in Torlundi, just north of Fort William. That means it's just less than about 16 miles, or a 30-ish minute drive from the caravan and motorhome club site at Bunree. And it's incredibly easy to find, as it's back up the A82 again, all the way, and then just a little right turn just to get up to the parking area. We're here. There's a massive car park, space on the right hand side for motorhomes and camper vans and so on, and it's pay and display at £3 all day. The Nevis Range Resort is actually on Unac Moor. Sorry viewers in Scotland for my terrible pronunciation. Not Ben Nevis, as its name might imply. Locals have skied there since the 1930s, and in the late 1960s and early 70s, thoughts turned to developing it into more of an all year round tourist destination. And at the very end of 1989 in December, after a multi-year and very expensive, because helicopters were used to uplift all the materials to protect the natural habitat of the mountain itself, the construction phase ended and the low impact development opened. So now you can hike through the Lena forest on the low slopes of the mountain, take part in all sorts of mountain biking, from easy kids stuff to crazy death-defying stuff, ski in the winter, and do mountain hikes in the summer. There's also a tree adventure facility in the forest. So because the weather is so changeable, it's a good idea before setting off to check the website or the resort's Twitter feed to check what you want to do is actually open. We're visiting 24 hours later than we'd intended because it was a bit windy at sea level yesterday, so it was blowing an absolute hoolie on the mountain itself, and thus the gondola was closed. The website also has webcams so you can check out the view. Today we've opted to ride the gondola up to the top station. There's chairlifts further up, but I think they're only open for the ski season. And when we're up there, we're going to do the 2 walks and then take in some views over lunch. So the ticket for 2 adults and 2 kids was £51, which if you think of it as a 15-minute bus ride somewhere seems eye-wateringly expensive. But of course it isn't a bus ride. Although by comparison last year we were lucky enough to take the 12-minute each-way ride up the Monte Solaro, so the very top of the island of Capri. Now this was a chairlift, not an albeit very scratched plastic windowed gondola, but it was €11 return per person, so about £38 for all 4 of us. I think the gondola pass though was an all-day ticket, so we could have spent the entire day riding up and down if we wanted, but I doubt many people would want to do that. Anyway, here's a taster of the gondola ride, and I'll catch up with you again when we're at the top of the mountain. So from the base station, located 100 metres above sea level, we've made the 15-minute trip up to the top station at 650 metres above sea level. So from here you can see all the way back down to the base station and the car park. There are useful information boards that tell you what you're looking at. And of course you can watch the gondolas coming and going. All around the top station there are starting points for the various downhill mountain biking trails. You're interfering with his confidence. As you said, you've got to be confident. He's already back there. How do you go that far? That far?
What, 15, 20?
Please. Right, still going. There are two main walks up here, neither of which promise to be difficult, we're told, but nevertheless we're going to have a go at the longest one first. Made it in about 20 minutes. I didn't think it would be done. You see what we're looking at? So we stopped at the viewpoint for a decent amount of time to really take in all the views. There was a helpful information board here, so we knew what we were looking at. headed back along the path. The reviews for the Snow Goose restaurant at the top station were pretty good, and the lady serving us was absolutely lovely. I'd say it was more canteen though than restaurant, so the food was okay, certainly not bad. And of course it takes a lot of planning to cater for lots of people at this altitude, and all the associated logistics. Anyway, suitably refreshed, we headed off on the shorter of the two walks, which actually I thought was more arduous, as it involved a bit more of a climb and some more uneven surfaces. Or perhaps I should have allowed longer to fully digest. Anyway, enjoy the views. Oh, somebody off on the black run. along with what looks like the highest concentration of selfie sticks I think I've ever seen. it's certainly not Munro bagging, but I think we're quite pleased with ourselves, having done the walks to both viewpoints. So we're heading down now, and here's a last look up at what the path looks like. It's a bit easier to see, there's a few more people on it.
That's not a no answer.
Just time for a cheeky little stop in the cafe before we head down. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed coming along with us today. Give us a thumbs up if you did, and hit that subscribe button to follow us on more mini adventures. So now it's time for me to stop waffling, and I'll leave you with footage of the gondola ride down. Bye for now.